Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
This morning, images of an alleged arson at the racketeering and sex trafficking trial of Sean Combs. The singed sports car belonged to a romantic rival. Scott Muscudi, the rapper better known as Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie Ventura in late 2011.
What are you expecting today?
He entered the courthouse like no other witness, smoking a cigarette, wearing jeans and a leather jacket. He told the jury about an early morning phone call from Cassie. She told me that Sean Combs had found out about us. She sounded really stressed on the phone, nervous, scared. Muscudi drove to pick her up when he said Combs' assistant called to say Combs was in his house. He rushed home, calling Combs on the way. I said, "You in my house?" And he said, "I just want to talk to you." No one was there when Muscudi arrived, but he testified he found that Christmas gifts wrapped for his family were open, and his dog was locked in the bathroom. He said the dog was jittery and on edge after the break-in. Not long after, Muscudi testified he received a call that his Porsche 911 Cabriolet was on fire in his driveway. "It looks like the top of my Porsche was cut open, and that's where they inserted the Molotov cocktail." In earlier testimony, Cassie Ventura told the jury Combs threatened that Scott's car would be blown up. Muscudi said he arranged to meet Combs in Los Angeles. "What are we going to do about my car?" he recalled asking Combs. He looked right back at me, very cold stare, and said, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Wow, guys. As you can see, the Diddy trial has been still going in strong, man. OG, you there, man? It's crazy to me, man.
I'm right here.
Man, you know, the one thing I can say about Kid Cudi, man, he had a hell of a run. But the one thing I said, you know, he wore dresses. He did a lot of different stuff that I thought was crazy and weird. But at the end of the day, he was over there hollering at Cassie, and him and Cassie began to have a rendezvous, and then his car gets blowed up, and all of this stuff is being shown in court. What are they trying to build in bringing his testimony in there, you think?
Well, showing Logan that he has the capabilities of jealousy, but he's not on trial for jealousy, you know. And they're painting a picture, but we're losing the whole focus of what they're building the trial to be about. And the trial is not about Cassie being a victim. They're painting a picture that Puffy was so mesmerized that Cassie became a co-conspirator, because that's the only way that they can come with the charges and convict him on the charges of conspiracy of racketeering. Conspiracy of racketeering, it has to be one or more persons in concert to commit a felony. So all of these things that they're putting up about Cassie ordering the prostitutes, that's Cassie's, gave the guy a tip, gave him $2,400. A federal case is not about the crime, it's about the money. So now when you bring Cudi in and they talk about extreme jealousy and him and the things him and Cassie has done together, you look at that as a layman, oh, the high jealousy, but the court is bringing up a conspiracy that she was a unwilling conspirator in all of his criminal enterprises, which is transporting people, having somebody come from one place to another, paying for the tickets, and that she has been given already by the court, state and federal, total immunity. So whatever she says, she's not going to be convicted for.
Wow. You think about Kid Cudi, he's basically coming into this thing, had some bad experiences. He don't have no kind of respect or love for Diddy at all. So at the end of the day, he's just basically coming in just to, you know, as a boyfriend that was hurt. And I was saying yesterday when I talked about this, any of the guys that I dealt with, they, you know, women or my old lady exes or whatever, they wouldn't have nothing nice to say about me in no court of law, you know. So I get it. I know what they were trying to paint, but at the end of the day, I just felt like, okay, well, you know, what does this have to do with sex trafficking? How does this fit in? That's kind of where I was at with it, trying to understand it, you know.
Yes, well, they're tying all of this in together to hear that you see Cassie Ventura, but the prosecution is gonna end up saying that she was an unwilling co-conspirator in Puffy's enterprises.
Okay.
You've heard her testimony. You've heard what Miss Ventura had to say. And it looked bad for her to have to say all of these things. But in accord to all of the stuff that she said, her and Sean Puffy Combs entered to an agreement to do these things, and that gives him the conspiracy that she's the co-conspirator.
Wow. And so when you think about it, you know, Kid Cudi says that he sat down with Sean, said that when he went home, his house had been broken into, some presents had been looked at, the dog was locked in the bathroom, the dog was skittish. He comes home, then he have a meeting with Diddy after that, and he asks Diddy, what we gonna do about my car? And Diddy gives him a cold stare and say, pretty much, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you think about that?
That's exactly what he said. I don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, so regardless of what you say, and it's not whether he did it or not. It's the picture that they are painting, that Cassie Ventura called him and told him that Diddy found out about us. But now this is a situation that happened beyond Puffy's control. So she's saying that he had so much control over it. When he found out about anything, he went into a rage. But as long as it was organized and he set it up, or she set it up and it was willing, she could fuck anybody she wanted, put any baby lotion on, could do many sessions as he want, as long as Puffy could watch.
Wow, man, that's crazy, man. And all of these people running in and out of this courthouse, man. How many more people do you think is going to run in and out? Here it is. We're in the second week, the end of the second week. How long does this happen where people are running in and out of this courtroom? Does that last for the next 2.5 months?
Well, it may. You know, the prosecution say that they have a mountain of evidence, right?
Right. And so they're bringing them in.
They bring in the mountain, you know.
Wow. I'm going to play a little bit of Kid Cudi here where he says after the trial how he's so happy it's over. Listen at this.
After testifying, Kid Cudi thanking his fans for their support.
This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me. And, yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love.
Wow. So it's a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me. Man, I love y'all, man. And they showed the car. He had to relive his car being messed up. That was years ago now. What is the stress about?
That was damn near 2000.
So what was so stressful about it? And was it something where, because they subpoenaed him to court, but what do you think was so stressful that he's pretty much alluding to?
Because he really didn't want to rap, but you know, he got some issues himself, and he's not a Puffy fan, so he didn't want to do it, but he did it.
Wow. And all of these, the Cassie, just reliving the Cassie experience when they were together. Of course, like I say, he put a dress on after that and had makeup on and all,
Come on, say it.
He was dressed up in a dress and dragging, after all this. So it wasn't too big of a deal for him. You know what I mean?
Too big of a deal.
No, it wasn't too big of a deal for him, man. And so when you look at the way that this guy handled the situation and went up there and said he was smoking a cigarette when he got there, I guess that's a part of his stress reliever. It's just like, wow, man, like Diddy, like I said, we know Diddy is a nasty sexual beast, when it comes down to how you have sex and all that. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of freaks out here too. I told
you when I met you, he is the king of slaughter.
Man, you did tell me that. And it came to be something in the worst way. Like, I never would have thought when you said that we'd be seeing him displayed today in the way we're seeing him displayed, and how people are coming out the woodworks talking about the things that they've done together. Now, they haven't spoke on the part where him and a male got together. There was a lot of things being said, accusations, people coming forward saying they slept with Diddy as men. Do you think we're going to see some of those people step forward and be in court?
I sure hope not, but It's no, just like Jack told Helen, it ain't no telling.
Just like Jack told Helen, it ain't no telling. Man, man, thank you so much, OG, man. Like I said, later on, we're going to be linking up, man. Going to try to do some stuff and show the people some love, man, and just try to...
tell the radio audience that they need to meet us in San Antonio this weekend.
For sure. San Antonio's a thing, man. It's going down, man. We're going to have a good time, guys. You guys going to get to see a lot of what goes on with Boss Talk. OG Pyru back in Texas somewhere. Boss Talk riding down through there, man. Shout out to all the people in San Antonio. We're going to show you guys a lot of love this weekend. Man, guys, get in the comments, man. Let us know what you think about this Diddy trial. Let us know if you rocking with Kid Cudi's testimony, and do you feel like Kid Cudi was being truthful? His car got blowed up and all that. Was he really and truly affected on the level that he's explaining and displaying? And also, guys, look at what we spoke about, this Remy Ma situation. It's been going live all night. Check out this next video, should be right here, where this whole thing started to fall apart. Remy Ma, Papoose, is all the way live, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.